Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is a little different kind of a video. Today we are here with the journal from the game that we have played yesterday. Yesterday I uploaded a video that was titled myhouse.wad. It was a Doom mod where you go around and you go through this whole crazy experience through someone's house basically, and you collect these artifacts that have to do with something that happened in their life or something. And today we're gonna get a little bit more clarity and maybe like clear some stuff up with stuff that I maybe didn't understand, because in the video I actually said something like I feel like there's like a lot more going on here than I know of, and like there's a much bigger backstory here. So today is gonna be a little bit different of a video. I'm just gonna be reading this entire journal. So for any of you who really wanted to see that, here you go. All right, let's start. August 4th, 2022. Today, I woke up to the news that an old childhood friend of mine had suddenly passed away. I can't believe it. We were so close when we were younger, and I feel like a part of my life is now missing. I feel so helpless, like I can't do anything to bring him back. I feel so sad, and it feels like my heart is heavy. I can't help but think about all of the fun times we had together growing up. All of our adventures, our secrets, and even our arguments. I miss him so much, and I can't believe he's gone. I'm struggling to cope with this news, and it's hard to stay focused on anything else. I hope that writing in this journal will help me to process my emotions and come to terms with what has happened. I know that my friend would want me to remember the good times and continue to live life to the fullest. Ah, so the creator of the game lost a friend. Is this... I'm actually not sure if this is like all real, or if this is like part of like the map, kind of, you know. All right, so from what I could find is House of Leaves served as one of the prime inspirations for myhouse.wad, a Doom 2 mod revolving around a house that is constantly shifting and changing in uncomfortable ways. So that was the inspiration behind the whole gameplay loop, but I'm not sure if like the story behind all of this is real or not. I'm not too sure. I couldn't really find a conclusive answer, so if any of you know and like can give me sources to like show me that it is real or fake, comment down below. I'd love to hear it. But let's move on to August 16th, 2022. I attended the funeral of my childhood friend, and I was overwhelmed with grief. As I looked around at everyone else in the room, I could feel the sadness in the air. The service was beautiful, and the pastor said some kind words about my friend that made me feel better. After the service, I went back to my friend's parents' house and spent some time with them. I was reminded of all the fun times we had together growing up. I never imagined that I would be saying goodbye to my friend so soon. As I sat with my friend's parents, we reminisced about all the memories we had. At the end of the visit, his parents gave me some old personal items that belonged to my friend. I was surprised to find a stack of old discs containing some Doom file backups. Ah. It was an emotional moment, but I'm grateful to have these items to remember my friend by. When I get home, I'll go through some of his old artwork and see what I can recover from the discs. Ah, so his friend was really into Doom. And maybe that's why he picked it up and decided to make the map or something. August 18th, 2022. I spent some time looking through my friend's sketchbook, just in case there was something important in there. I had no idea what to expect, but I was definitely not prepared for the strange artwork that I found inside. The sketches were mostly abstract and dark, with a lot of imagery depicting death, sadness, and despair. As I flipped through the pages, the artwork seemed to get increasingly darker, and I began to feel a sense of dread. I decided that I had seen enough, and closed the book, feeling a little bit shaken. After that, I decided to try and take my mind off things and do some Amazon shopping. I need a USB 3.5 floppy drive if I'm going to try to recover some of these old files. Lord knows whether anything can be retrieved from these discs. They're nearly 20 years old. Fingers crossed. So, it didn't say yet how the friend had died, right? But looking at this, like a lot of artwork with death, sadness, and despair, I'm guessing it has something to do that he might have like done something himself. Probably can't say it on YouTube, because these days, you know, if you say something like that, you need to say stuff like unalived himself, you know. or else YouTube would just fuck you or something. But yeah, I'm guessing that you know what I'm trying to say. August 2022. My package finally arrived in the mail, so I spent the day going through old floppy disks. I plugged it in and started to play around with it. I was surprised to find that I could actually recover data from my old floppy disks. I had some old files from my high school days that I thought were long gone, but here they were. My friend and I used to make Doom maps in high school, and I was so excited to find them again. But then I stumbled across a map that I had never seen before. It was a map of my friend's house. Ah, so he made the house. The friend made the house map, not you. I was so surprised to learn that he had been working on this map in secret. Playing this map made me realize that the best way to honor our friendship is to clean up his work and release it to the public. We never made any of our Doom stuff available to others. I guess we were young and intimidated by the great work being produced by the community. But I'm impressed with the quality of what's currently here in his map, and I think it's a fitting tribute to clean it up for others to enjoy. Okay, I initially thought that the guy writing this made the house map like as a tribute to his friend or something, but his friend made the house map. Okay, interesting. August 25th, 2022. I spent this morning doing something I haven't done in years. Browse Doom World for the most recent Doom editing tools. I was amazed to find how easy and accessible the new tools were compared to what I was used to back in the mid-2000s. I ended up downloading Ultimate Doom Builder and Slate, both of which provided to be incredibly useful. Ultimate Doom Builder made mapping incredibly easy and straightforward. I was able to quickly create a basic map without much trouble, and I'm excited to see what I can achieve with a bit more practice. Slate was also much better at managing resources than trying to use Wintex, which I remember using back in the day. I feel pretty comfortable now that I can finish my friend's map and maybe add some new features to spruce it up as well. Ah, so he did work on the map. Okay. So maybe his friend just made a basic model of the home, like the base model, and maybe a few enemies here and there. And now I'm guessing all the stuff that we played, like all the weird rooms and stuff, I'm guessing that the author of this added that to it. So the next one here is actually has lines through all of the things. So August 29th, 2022. I had the strangest dream last night about my childhood friend who recently passed away. We were playing Legos in his basement like we used to do as kids, and when I turned around, he was gone. The house was empty and silent. Everything was so quiet and still. I started to smell smoke and hear screams from upstairs. Ah, we also had that in the game. We had a level where you could trigger the house to be completely empty and super quiet, and then I think there was like no music playing at all. And also, after you got the milkshake and the Pepsi can, and you went downstairs to trigger the what is that? The breaker box or something? I'm not sure. You got transported to this like whole dark world with like people screaming and the house was on fire and stuff. So that is where this came from. I ran upstairs, and when I got there, the house was just a burnt frame. Smoke was getting thicker and thicker, and I could barely see or breathe. I searched for my friend, but I couldn't find him anywhere. I couldn't see anything. I started to panic, and then I found myself outside in the fog. I was alone, but I could hear low growls in the distance. When I woke up, I wished so badly that it was all just a dream, but I knew deep down that it was real. I just miss my friend so much, and it's hard to think that he's gone. There's nothing worse than letting your mind dwell on something. After a while, it starts to consume you. Just now, I decided to order a replacement set of smoke detectors with CO2 sensors. Just in ease. So, did the house just burn down did he die in like a tragic accident because the house burned down? Because that would go against what I said like in the beginning, because I mean, I thought that he might have like done something himself because of all the drawings that he had and stuff, but maybe he just drew stuff like that. That's also a huge possibility. Just because people are drawing stuff like that, it doesn't mean like, of course they are gonna do stuff like that. But still, I don't know. I'll see where this whole thing brings me. I'm sure there's gonna be some answers that I have right now that are gonna be answered. So I'll try not to have too many questions about anything right now. September 2nd, 2022. Today I made a post on Doomworld showing off my friend's map. There's more to do on the map, but hopefully this is the encouragement I need to finish the map and push it out for release. I thought it would be a simple project, but the more I learn about the new UDMF features, the more things I've been adding to it to make it more interesting. I want the project to maintain the original aesthetic my friend was working on, but I'm trying to find the fine line between the original vanilla map and a cleaned up release, that feels a little less 90s. October 3rd, 2022. October already? Been super busy with work, so I haven't had the time to work on the map. I did, however, go back and look for the sketchbook again, and started scanning some of them into the computer for posterity. As I scrolled through the drawings, I could see that my friend had taken a dark turn. Each sketch seemed more unhinged and disturbing than the last. I felt a chill of worry run down my spine as I realized that my friend's mental health might have been in a very fragile state. So maybe I was right. So, because this is kind of hinting at what I was saying earlier again, so maybe that is the case. Alright. October 8th, 2022. Today was a long day at work, but I was really looking forward to coming home and getting some mapping in. I decided to order a pizza first, so I called up my favorite pizza place and placed my order. It felt so good to be able to relax and enjoy some good food. Once the pizza arrived, I set it aside and got to work on my Doom map. I've been working on it for a while now, and I'm making some good progress. I'm determined to make my friends proud. I spent the next few hours tweaking and refining the map, and it felt really good to mess with some of the new UDMF features. It's fun to align floors without having to draw next textures. Eventually, after a few hours, I decided to take a break and have some of that pizza I ordered earlier. After dinner, I went back to work on my map, making some more tweaks and finishing up some of the details. I can't wait to release it. I think people are going to love all the Doom-cued elements in the map. October 13th, 2022. I know that sharing is a big part of the Doom community, but a small part of me doesn't want people to make modifications of this map. Mostly because I feel like this is a tribute and just a vessel for my feelings and emotions. Someone else making changes would feel inappropriate. But more importantly, I feel like something wants me to be the only one to work on it. I can't explain it, but when I reached out to Z-Doom Discord members for help, it seemed like something didn't want me to upload it for others to work on. It sounds stupid because I ended up uploading a copy, but for a moment I felt compelled to keep it for myself. Fortunately, my post on Doomworld was received well, and it seems most people aren't bothered by the idea that an author doesn't want to make their map available for modifications. Interesting. Okay. So, he's starting to like, the more he works on the map, the more he's like, you know, I kind of don't want other people to work on this. This is like my feelings and emotions, and I'm also pouring into it. So, I'm guessing that's why, like, a lot of the maps that we played reflected something that he feels or like happened in his life. So I can understand why you wouldn't want anyone to make any modifications to that. Why is this 2 red? I think. I'm colorblind. Is that red? But November 4th, 2022, the 2 here is red. An incredibly vivid dream last night. This has been happening for several weeks now, so I feel I should start documenting them. I do my best to recall the events of my dreams. I awoke in a cold sweat. My heart was pounding in my ears. I felt a chill run down my spine, and I knew something was wrong. I lay in bed, too afraid to move, when I hear a faint, ghostly cry coming from the attic. I'd heard this sound before, but this time it was louder and more insistent. I tried to ignore it, telling myself it was just my imagination. But the more I tried to push it away, the louder it became. I had no choice but to investigate. I got out of bed and slowly crept up the stairs to the attic, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would burst. As I entered the attic, I noticed a trail of children's toys leading me out the window. I followed the trail, feeling a strange compulsion to do so. A trail led me to an abandoned daycare center near the edge of town. I stayed back, afraid to enter, but I couldn't help but feel drawn to the place. I knew something was waiting for me inside. Something dark and dangerous. So yeah, he's talking about the level that I think we had to go into the mirror dimension or something, and we grabbed the Christmas ball and the baby bottle, I think, and when he got out again, there were like these orbs on the floor that were pitball thingies. And when you followed it, you went into a slide and then you came into the daycare level. I think that's, yeah, I mean, that's what they're talking about right now. Where also we fought Shrek. But that's cool to see this, like, come back in the story. I took a deep breath and stepped inside. The place was dark and silent, but as I walked around, I noticed the walls were covered in eerie drawings of children and babies. Then I heard the sound of a baby crying again, coming from the back of the room. I followed the sound, and when I reached the back of the room, I saw a crib with a stillborn baby inside. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized what was haunting me. The stillborn baby was the one in the attic. I backed away slowly, my heart pounding in my ears. I knew I had to leave this place, and I quickly ran out the door, never looking back. Interesting. This is very cool reading all of this now once you've actually played the game. Maybe some people play it while playing. I don't know how you're supposed to, like, optimally do it or something. I don't even know if there's an optimal way or something. But just having played it and now reading like the entire journal and seeing stuff come back is really cool, because I can immediately go like, oh, so that's why that was in the game. November 13th, 2022. It's been a long day and I'm exhausted. I had every intention of getting some rest earlier, but here I am, still wide awake and struggling to keep my eyes open. I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't put my finger on it. I had so much planned for today. Or did I? I'm trying to remember what I did yesterday, but it's all a blur. Was I working on a Doom map? I feel like I must have been, but I can't remember adding any new geometry or details, and all the scripts seem completely foreign to me. I don't remember writing them. I'm so frustrated, and I'm starting to get really worried that maybe this insomnia is making me crazy. It's late now, and I'm determined to get some proper sleep tonight. Hopefully I can make some sense of all of this in the morning. So wait, you don't remember adding stuff? Is that what insomnia does? Wait, insomnia is like when you can't sleep well or something, right? Wait, let me check. Insomnia is a common sleep disorder. With insomnia, you may have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or getting good quality sleep. This happens even if you have time and the right environment to sleep well. Insomnia can get in the way of your daily activities and makes you feel sleepy during the day. Yeah, and it also says here, difficulty paying attention, focusing on tasks, or remembering is also a side effect. Alright. Ah, wait, another number here. A free is right now. Is there gonna be like a code? Maybe. November 23rd, 2022. I was actually able to get some sleep last night. However, I continued having these vivid, cryptic dreams, and they keep feeling more personal and unsettling. I'm starting to prefer the tiresome days to my dreams. I was dreaming about taking a nice hot bath. I felt myself sinking deeper and deeper into the warm water until I couldn't breathe. I tried to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. I was drowning in my own bathtub. Suddenly, I felt a jolt, as if I had been pulled out of the water. When I opened my eyes, I found myself in a subterranean cave, illuminated by a faint, airy blue light. I could feel a chill in the air, and I could hear the echoing of demons in the distance. I tried to scream, but my voice was muffled by the darkness of the cave. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized I was being hunted by something unseen. I heard the scrapping of claws on the rocks, and felt the ground shaking beneath me. I was terrified, and started to run. I ran and ran until I found a small crevice in the wall of the cave. I squeezed through it and hid in the darkness, hoping the demons wouldn't find me. Eventually, I awoke in my own bed, safe and sound, but I couldn't help but feel a lingering fear that the demons were still out there, watching and waiting. So is that talking about him drowning in the bathtub? Is that the thing that we were doing, like turning on all the sinks, and then to retrieve the rubber ducky, you fall into the bathtub and you could look up and it was like you kept sinking and sinking. So I'm guessing that's a reference to that. December 7th, 2022. It's 4:30 a.m. and I'm still working on this map for Doom. I can't believe I've been up this late. I must be exhausted. I'm not sure why, but I'm having trouble sleeping lately. I just can't seem to shut my mind off. I'm really starting to feel the effects of it too. I've been more irritable than usual, and my coworkers have said that they've noticed a change in my behavior. I'm also a lot more on edge and jumpy than I used to be. I'm playing back the map to check my work, and I'm finding all these new additions I don't remember adding. It's almost like the map has a mind of its own. But that's impossible, right? Maybe I'm just exhausted and not thinking straight. I guess I should just take it as a sign that I need to get some rest. Ah, that's very creepy. So either he's just dealing with memory loss here, like he has insomnia and stuff, so he has trouble remembering stuff. But the idea that the map is adding stuff on its own is very, very scary. That's a very cool concept. December 16, 2022. Today, I decided to take a... Decided? I'm guessing... I feel like this is intentional to show that his like mental health or like lack of sleep is like getting to him or something. Because so far, I feel like we've had pretty good grammar. All the I's and stuff here, up here, are capitalized like they should be. That's like how grammar works for English. You always, like, an I like this is always supposed to be a capital letter. And this is the first time that he's not done that, I think. And also decided is horribly spelled here. So I'm guessing this is his lack of sleep and stuff getting to him. And you can actually see that in his writing. Okay, today I decided to take a day off work. I was just so tired, I couldn't focus anymore. I've been having trouble sleeping for weeks now, and I just needed to rest. I'm glad Christmas is coming soon, so I can spend time with my family. I'm looking forward to it, even though I don't really feel like being around people. It'll be nice to have some time away from the school and just relax. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun, and there will be plenty of laughter and good times. Here's hoping that I'll be well rested and ready to face the world again soon. But yeah, that's a cool little detail that him being like super tired is actually affecting the way he's writing this journal as well. December 17th, 2022. Don't attempt to type while sleepy. Is that a reference to December 16th? December 18th, 2022. Another letter here in red. So what have we had so far? Like 231 or something? I don't know. I'll check it later if that's like something important. I was in the bathroom, standing in front of the mirror, shaving, as I looked at my reflection. I noticed it winked at me. It was so strange and unexpected that I threw my razor at the mirror. I was so scared that I expected the mirror to shatter, but instead it stayed intact. I was even more surprised when I put my hand through the mirror and I could feel the glass. I kept going, and I was able to climb all the way into the mirror. It was like a tunnel. When I looked back, I saw myself in the mirror, and this time, I winked back. It was so surreal, but I felt like I belonged there. There was something comforting about being in a mirror, like it was my home. I woke up feeling so confused and shocked, and I still can't believe it was just a dream. So that's talking about the mirror dimension that you can go into. That's cool. I really, really like... I'm actually really glad that I'm reading all this stuff. Because it's very cool seeing all the stuff from the game in the journal. January 4, 2023. Today was supposed to be my first day back at work after the holiday break. But I decided to take one more day off to work on myhouse.wad. I've been spending hours every day mapping out and organizing the project. But I'm starting to feel like it's taking on a life of its own. Despite being unable to remember making many of the changes, I keep finding new things appearing in the project. I'm starting to feel a little paranoid, like someone or something is watching me, controlling the direction of the project. It's a strange feeling, and I'm not sure how to explain it, but I just feel like I'm not in control anymore. It's a little unnerving, but I'm determined to finish this project. Okay, well, after reading like all of this and stuff more and more, I'm starting to think that it is just like a piece of fiction. It's a very cool piece of fiction though. I'm very, very invested in this. This is cool. January 7th, 2023. I was driving along a road in the woods when all of a sudden my car veered off the road and crashed into a tree. I woke up to find myself in the driver's seat with an injured and bleeding leg. My head was spinning, and I felt disorientated. So this is talking about the level where you go to the fence, and you can open the fence. Like the shell level where it says hell, because the letter S is not lit up. But yeah, that's cool, because we could actually see the car there as well, that he crashed into something. I dragged myself out of the car and hobbled my way through the woods in hopes of finding help. My leg was in agony, and I felt like I was going to faint. Through the trees, I saw the lights from a lonely gas station. I was relieved to find it open, but then I realized that there was nobody there. I had no idea where everybody had gone, and I was standing there. I heard some strange noises coming from the woods around me. I was too scared to investigate, so I just stood there, feeling scared and alone. Suddenly, I heard a car in the distance, and I limped towards it. Thank goodness, it was a taxi driver who was able to take me to the hospital. I eventually woke up in a cold sweat, not sure if I was relieved or disappointed that it was just a dream. So up here, he was talking about how he went into the mirror dimension, and later he woke up, but he felt like it wasn't a dream. And right here, he also woke up again from a dream, and he was bleeding from his leg. And if I remember correctly, when we went into the gas station level in the mirror dimension, I think there was like blood all over the floor in the gas station and stuff, so I'm guessing that was his blood. January 13th, 2023. I have an extended weekend because of Martin Luther's King's Day, so I thought I'd try to wrap this thing up before March. I had trouble opening the map. Doom Builder and Slade both reported being unable to locate the file. Apparently, during a previous editing session, I compiled the map as a PK-free file, and both editors were looking for a previous copy in .wad format. I've been reading tutorials on how to convert WAD files to PK-free, and I must have thrown everything into a new file at some point in an exhausted stupor, because I don't remember actually converting the project into a different format. This is kind of reminding me of like, it might not be related at all, but it just, it makes me think of Mr. Robot. I'm not going to say anything else in case you guys haven't watched Mr. Robot or something, but I highly recommend you check it out. Very, very good show. Amazing show. January 14th, 2023. Last night I had a nightmare that felt so real I can still feel the fear and terror coursing through me as I write this. I was on an airplane, and I was the only passenger. I looked out the window to see the ground below and noticed that the terrain was unfamiliar. I had no idea where I was or where I was going. Suddenly, the plane started to shake violently, and I heard a loud noise coming from the engine. In the distance, I could see a huge storm cloud coming towards me. I tried to communicate with the pilot, but I couldn't hear him over the sound of the engine. The plane began to dive, and suddenly I felt a huge jolt. I looked out the window again and saw that the plane was heading for some kind of structure. I closed my eyes and felt the plane crash. I felt the impact and heard the screams and cries from the people around me. Then I woke up, my heart pounding and my body drenched in sweat. See, again, this is so cool reading this after playing the game and like going through the whole airport section and the plane section. The airport section was definitely one of my favorites. I thought that one was really, really cool. Also, the bathroom transition that you had there, where I think there was a men's bathroom that you walked in and you walked around, and then all of a sudden it was all bloody. And when you walked around, even more monsters started spawning and stuff, which was very, very good. That shit scared the shit out of me, though. I remember when I was playing that yesterday, that particular moment actually gave me a heart attack. But it was good. Very good. What the fuck? What just happened? Holy shit, that scared the fucking shit out of me, dude! January 21st, 2023. I don't know if it's the memories of my friend that keep flooding back while working on this map, but I need to take a break. This project, which began as a simple cleanup and release as a memorial, has consumed all my free time. Hours pass and I'm not aware of the time or familiar with the work added to the map. I'm going to stop mapping for a while and come back later when I'm in a better place. A day later, January 22, 2023, I mapped again last night. Another day later, January 23rd, 2023, and tonight. And then he takes a break for a while. January 31st, 2023. I'll take a break for real this time. Hope it will let me. February 14th, 2023. Out of Valentine's Day. Ah, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to the only person I ever loved. For a short time, you brought a little happiness to this painful existence called life. I hope we can be together again one day. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for that other someone who can be the ray of light in my life that you turned out to be. February 19th, 2023. I didn't make this area of the map. I'm sure of it. It's still the house that Thomas started all those years ago. But different. It has changed. The map I've been detailing and cleaning up for release is still here. But it is now intertwined with too many tags and sector reference to separate it from the new areas. I would be more disturbed if it wasn't so beautiful. February 20th, 2023. I took more time off work to finish the map. After 13 years, I've got the hours. But more important, the map needs me. Without my guiding hand, the map doesn't know what to build. But I can help it. Guide it. It seems to respond to my designs, changing them to match my emotional state. It knows what I'm feeling. It knows how Thomas felt. Oh. Very, very creepy. Very unnervy. February 26, 2023. I can no longer tell what element of this map are my friends, which are mine, and what the map has created. I am no longer afraid that the map is creating itself. It needs me as much as I need it. Which reminds me of a dream I had the other night. I'm not sleeping much, but I recall. February 27th, 2023. Text here is getting a little bit fucked up. This one with surprising clarity. I was standing on a beach staring out at the placid water, the ocean stretching out as far as the eye could see. Seagulls cawed overhead, and gentle caress of water lapped in the sand in front of me. I dipped my toes into the water. At least I tried. February 28th, 2023. No ocean. No ocean. It was an illusion. I realized everything around me was fake. The trees, the birds, the sand. It was all a one-act play. And I was Willy Loman. Damned fool who believed in something greater. There was no happiness to be found. I wandered the set only to find myself staring into oblivion. It was the end of time itself. No joy, no misery, no sadness, only emptiness. Men of faith tell us the afterlife is for eternity. But is it possible to keep your sanity for eternity? A day passes in the void. A month, a year, 2, 5, 10. Is this eternity? 20 years. March 1st, 2023. Oh wait, or is this still part of this? 100 years, 1,000 years. I've sat in this room for 1,000,000 years now, entertaining the same thoughts. Yes, okay, so this is March, I'm guessing. Pondered the same questions and ruminated on every mistake in my life. Anguishing over them for centuries. 1,000,000,000 years now. Double that. Now double it again. I'm still nowhere close to the end of eternity. I pray for death, but it never comes. Just me. My thoughts and my mistakes, and my insecurities and my regrets, and my loneliness. Somewhere, in another dream, the version of myself that winked back is sitting on the real beach, happy and content, knowing that life is finite. There is no afterlife, and happiness is found in the small things around us that we can control. Happiness has to be fought for. Ooh, that is very cool, because we, in the game, also went, at first we went to the Mirror Dimension beach, and I was like, oh, we're on a beach, and then it turned out to be a fake beach, with, like, fake wave noises and seagull noises and stuff. I was like, oh man, that sucks, but at the end of the game, you can go to the actual beach. So that is very, very, very cool to read. March 2nd, 2023. I was wrong. The map is using me. This morning I loaded a Doom Builder backup file from late October and spent a few hours preparing the map for release. I tried to delete my house.pk3, but I keep getting a file in use error. I don't think the map will let me. I'm going to post it on Doomworld tonight, but I don't want anyone playing anything other than the original vanilla release. Whatever this map is doing to me, I can't let it do the same to others. So like the map is just actually having just a mind of its own and it's using him. That's so creepy. March 9th, 2023. I swear I uploaded this safe copy, but my house.pk3 was uploaded by mistake. I don't know if a lot of people were able to download the map before I fixed the link, but hopefully I caught it in time. Well, I also have myhouse.pk3. So maybe the map is going to take over me now too, but yeah, holy shit, that was the end of the journal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Wait, let me check, let me go back and check what letters were highlighted. The numerology meaning of angel number 231 is a combination of energies of the numbers 2, 3, and 1. The numbers 2 bring balance and harmony, while the number 3 represents creativity, self-expression, and growth. The number 1 is a powerful manifestation number that represents new beginnings and opportunities. Together, these numbers create a powerful message of creating a harmonized balance in your life, allowing room for self-expression and growth, and seizing new opportunities in life. I'm not sure if that's what it means, like, this thing, but that's the thing that I could find. But yeah, I don't know. I just looked up 231 meaning on Google and that's what came out of it. So I'm not sure if that's like the thing that the document is like, if that's like the hidden message in the document. If it's not and you know about it, please leave a comment down below and I'd love to read it because man, this is very, very interesting. I actually really enjoyed reading all of that. Alright guys, well that was the journal for myhouse.wad. I actually really enjoyed reading that. That was really, really, really cool and really fun to read. I'm glad that I did it for the channel now instead of just reading it in my free time because it feels like a lot more complete now. Like I don't even know if a lot of people are gonna watch the myhouse video, but still, if there's like only one of two of you that actually watched that video and you were like, ah shit man, I kind of wanted the journal as well. Well, here you go. Now you have the full package. Like I said at the end of my myhouse.wad playthrough, I'm sure there's like a bunch more deeper stuff you can delve into and lore that there's here that I'm missing still. But for now, that's gonna be it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, and see you on the next video. Peace.